Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. Stephen A. Smith. How much is he worth? Who's willing to pay him, right? So I see this quick little post about Stephen A. Smith from NBA Central. Stephen A. Smith could command $20 million in free agency per an article from Front Office Sports. Now, I got the Front Office Sports, and they want you to pay for articles. I'm not paying for that stuff, right? Somebody else will probably break down this story, but and I'm broke too. So, anyways, but they said that just from what I read, it said Will Cain appeared on the guest debater role that has become popular on the Stephen A. Smith. So Will Cain used to work with Stephen A. Smith. He was a conservative guy, got a little exuberant at times, had some strong back and forth. But Will Cain he wasn't gonna fit that ESPN mold, you know what I'm saying? So he ended up taking this show on the road, going to Fox. So, good for Will Cain for landing himself a good gig over there where he fits in, for sure. All right, so he has a podcast as well too. So this is what they said from what I gathered. It said he is the most valuable. This is what Will Cain said. He's the most valuable name and personality in sports media, says Cain, who just launched on podcast. Yeah, he says, I think ESPN needs Stephen A. Smith. Okay. So, and the question is, will Stephen A. Smith need ESPN? Sorry for that janky read. I'm not paying for this article. Okay. But I thought it was interesting though, right? Stephen A. Smith, ESPN made their budget cuts and everything like that. Okay, to bring in Pat McAfee. Stephen A. Smith has been trying to increase his value, or trying to increase it even more, just being more visible, making sure not to really miss days. Stephen A. Smith really don't miss days from work and everything. He's the company, he's been the ultimate company man, but being Stephen A. Smith is shrewd enough to know that being the ultimate company man and being one of the front-facing men of the company as you are leading being the company man has a price tag, right? Can First Take live on without Stephen A. Smith? Right, possibly, especially if somehow Shannon Sharpe gets a more permanent role. It can do well. It can do well, but aside from the Stephen A. criticisms that I may have, others may have, and the criticism on some of his takes, the man does bring eyeballs, right? Yes, it's on a platform like ESPN that already gets blasted everywhere. But I mean, ESPN is quick to cut off shows that are dying though. You know what I'm saying? In key slots and whatnot, and bump this show up, right? Okay, I think, people like, this is on the ESPN. I think First Take comes on ESPN 2 or ESPN 1. So people can flip to ESPN 2, ESPN News, you know what I'm saying? But people are choosing not to. Stephen A. Smith is an entertaining character. Speaking of character, despite some of the questionable things in his memoir that is yet to be confirmed, maybe he is. Listen, if he's addressed it already, then my bad. But I'm 17 out of 17 3-pointers, doing the tryout in January. In the middle of February, in the middle of a season for Mr. Big House Gaines is who he calls the late great coach. In all due respect, a lot of things that it'd be nice to have some clarity on that, but he's not on TV for being a former athlete, so he's getting the numbers and everything like that, and he's cognizant of all that, has his YouTube platform and everything. He's invested into that, in case probably his ESPN thing doesn't work out. He's setting up the stage for could his show not only be on YouTube but on Sirius and other streaming platforms and whatnot, and have a distribution deal, and really be full Stephen A. Smith without having to worry about answering to ESPN. That's going to be the question, right? And can ESPN survive without Stephen A. Smith? Yes, they can, but Stephen A. Smith definitely brings the viewership. They love his takes on the Cowboys and his basketball takes on LeBron. Who's better, MJ, LeBron? You know what I'm saying? People tune into that to see what nonsense Stephen A. Smith is going to say that they can debate back and forth on, right? Gives people like me something to talk about. Especially now since he's on his platform on YouTube and he's getting into beefs now with Mr. Whitlocks and whatnot. So, he draws attention wherever he goes, good or bad, right? So look, ESPN, maybe they're riding a lot on Pat McAfee being able to be that dude to carry the flag once Stephen A. Smith steps down, they don't want to pay him 20 mil per year annually, right? This is based on the little snippet I got from Will Cain, who used to work at ESPN. Will Cain, listen, Will Cain, he may know listen, I'm sure he knows a thing or two in this business as well. And I'm sure where the real money, where people in the behind the scenes really talking, having conversations. If Stephen A. Smith's a free agent, he's definitely going to be able to get close to that. Maybe not by one place, but if he goes independent and whatnot, and has different distribution deals and whatnot, and how he sets this thing up, he can definitely get 20 million a year. If it's not at ESPN. You know what I'm saying? It's just my assessment from looking at it and just how things are going. You see all these athletes and TV people, having their own channel, on YouTube and also other streaming platforms as well. So it's not far-fetched. When you see that number, it's like 20 mil per year. Yes, he could command that, but he doesn't have to get that from ESPN. He likes to work. He's going to work tirelessly. So to get that 20 mil per year, he can do it. He'll never sleep. You know what I'm saying? If it's not going to come from one place. But 20 mil doesn't seem far-fetched for TV personalities and stuff like that. I mean, you see Shannon Sharp. If Shannon Sharp is not with the volume and he's free, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how long he's in partnership with the volume, but what is his value now? If he's asked for 20, I mean, Shannon Sharp could definitely be in that, 10 to 15 range per year annually, maybe more, right? So interesting though, man. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.